Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Hopefully this video finds everybody doing well. How'd you do last season in the arena? I didn't do so hot. I have a real problem, just personally, not to make excuses, but to make excuses. I have a real problem finding time to play this game on Sundays, usually the only day that I try to make about family time, so really haven't allocated, well, all I need to do really is save like 4 or 5 hours to stay up at the end of the season to see, and just, you know, pull a late nighter, I guess. Stop being an old man, you know what I'm saying? And you know, try to see what I can do, right? Anyway, today's video is going to be actually something I touched on very, very briefly, very momentarily in the My Favorite Champion in the Game video earlier last week. That was all about Scyle the Drakes and how much I love her. She's my favorite champion in the game. She took over Miscreated Monster's role as that just all-around champion who I just absolutely love. I mean, props to Plarium for putting that champion out for free. And bad news is you need to book her, and legendary books are almost as hard to get as legendary champions. But either way, guys, I touched on pairing her with a Bellower and how much that can absolutely change your progression, especially in this game, through every single dungeon, all 4 of the major dungeons, and really including all of the potion dungeons as well, and minotaurs, and basically everywhere in this game, okay? So I want to talk about Bellower and Scyle the Drakes as a tandem. I said in that video, kind of just, you know, offhand, it's almost like cheating, this combination. And it really is, in a good way. It's not cheating, obviously, but it's a way that you can kind of rig the game in your favor so that the opponents, no matter how strong or weak your champions are, the idea here is your opponents, the waves of enemies, they never get a chance to even take their turn, okay? So it's all about stun sets. You need to go to Fire Knights and farm stun sets. Doesn't have to be god tier gear, does not have to be the best gear in the game. Just need to make sure you have defensive chest on Scyle the Drakes, stun ideally, have speed boots on Scyle the Drakes, and the same thing on Bellower, and then just get a couple more stun pieces, you know, up on the top row of your artifacts. So have stun. Also, I would strongly advise you guys go for Fearsome Presence masteries on both of these champions. Increases your chance of getting that stun by a further 5%. Now, stun is the best debuff in the game in terms of CC debuffs, better than freeze, better than sleep, and, you know, these champions both, well, Scyle the Drakes has one on her A2, Wing Beat Flurry, 3-turn, with a great chance, an 80% chance, well, I should say a 40% chance 2 times. I know that's not how, you know, probability works, but a 40% chance 2 times with Fearsome Presence in her kit, and then you have the 23% chance as well from the artifacts, so more likely than not, you're going to be landing a stun. Same thing with Bellower. Bellower does not have a stun ability, but he is a rare, albeit void champion, who has 3 AoE attacks. So if you build Bellower with the same deal, I don't even have him in Fearsome Presence right now. I have him in, I don't know why I have him in Flawless Execution. I should probably actually change that. Do what I say, not what I do. You don't want him to have an 18% chance at landing those stuns on the from the stun set, or yeah, from the stun artifact set. You want him to have a 22% or 23% chance, excuse me, of landing those stuns from Fearsome Presence. It's going to help you out a lot. And the good thing about Bellower, excuse me, is that he has an AoE on every skill. So you put him in that stun set, you're getting an 18% chance, again 23 if you have Fearsome Presence Mastery, of landing a stun every single time on every single opponent that he attacks. So you have both these champions on the same team. You can really just pair them with free-to-play, absolutely starting champions, you know, and you can beat any level 20 dungeon, providing they are all ranked up to level 60 and they do have their masteries, okay? So I'm not saying that anybody, you know, a level whatever 1 can just jump in and beat level 20 dungeons, but even if you're not specifically targeting level 20 dungeons, this tandem, mixed with a couple other like solid rare champions, can help you beat or progress way further than you're currently stuck in any dungeon, okay? So today I just want to kind of highlight that by doing exactly that. Playing through every dungeon, or the 4 main dungeons. Again, this can be in all the keeps as well, in Minotaur's Labyrinth. But let's just start with these dungeons. Let's start with probably the least likely, in Fire Knight's Castle, because Scyle the Drakes obviously is negative affinity, force versus magic. I'm also running another negative affinity in Apothecary. This is level 20, and I do have, so I have Stagnite on this team. I'm going to take him out and put War Maiden just to show you a little bit more free-to-play friendly here. But otherwise, it's all rare champions. Granted, I do have a Cold Dart Heart in here as well, so, you know, but if you don't have you could even use 2 Apothecaries or an Allure. Cold Heart's job is sure to do a lot of damage, but more than that, it's to get that shield down, right, with a 4-time hitter on the A1 and the turn meter manipulation on the A3. So the beautiful thing is you can see the enemies right now. Most of them 3 were stunned there, and I don't even think, yeah, Bellower hasn't even had a chance to go. So we're going to be able to get through the first couple rounds just fine, right? And that's the beautiful thing. These enemies hit very, very hard, and we can't take a ton of their hits. However, we can take 1 or 2 big hits. If we lose a champion, which I'm sure will be the case throughout this video in one of these dungeons, it's okay because Scylla the Drake has a revive and she's defense based, so you load her up with as much defense as possible. She'll be hitting harder and she'll be staying alive longer. That way she can res up one of your fallen kind of comrades. So you can see here, second wave, Heartseeker down, and we might lose War Maiden, but it's okay. We land what, 1 stun there on Bellower's AoE. We're 1 turn away from Scylla the Drake's AoE stun, so we'll be looking good again. Landed another stun there off of Bellower, and there it goes. Stuns all around again, and you guys can see how this works, right? Rarely are the opponents even actually getting a turn having the 2 stun AoE champions on the same team. Now, if you have another stun champion like Fushan or something like that on an AoE 3 turn, of course you can use him in place of Bellower. You can use this with other champions rather than just Bellower, or if you have a champion that has an AoE on every ability, like Biggin, you know, feel free to do that as well. If you're having a problem and you're still dying with a team like this, you don't have the artifacts or whatever, here's what I want you to do. Go to your 3rd champion, whether it's usually put it on Apothecary or on your War Maiden, right? Your debuffer or your speed booster or your healer or whatever, put them in a shield set, okay? So you put them in a shield set, build them with higher HP, that's gonna give you a little bit more sustainability as well, and then you'll be good to go. So here we go, just need to get this Fire Knight shield down here without losing anybody. Looks like we're gonna finally do it this time, right? I think. So here we go. The Boundless Light, the passive of Scylla the Drakes 2, doing a great job. And there we go. We finally get this shield down, and we'll be able to finish the Fire Knight in probably, what, 3 minutes and 20 seconds or so? Not too bad for a relatively easier accessible team versus the all-rare teams that we're used to kind of seeing inside a dungeon like this. So let's see. We need 1 more turn meter here. Do we have? No, we don't have the Heartseeker. So I guess it's not quite over yet. That shield's going to go back up. Let's see. There it goes. We do have the heal reduction, though, which is nice, so we don't have to worry about that. It's just going to be kind of a drawn-out fight. I think 3 minutes or 3 minutes and 30 seconds might not be as realistic, but the Cold Heart's Heartseeker ability will be up, I think, in time. Ah! We had it 1 turn off there. That really sucks, because what we want to do is have it hit right now to where the shield comes down. That wasn't the case, but look at that. Able to actually get the HP back up to close to full, and most importantly, we do have the heal reduction, so at least he's not healing himself every time he takes that shield away. If we had like an Allure on this team instead, it would really help us out dramatically, right? Because an Allure would help make sure that shield is always, or once it's down, it stays down. But you can still make do with a team like this, and the nice thing is, in between that shield coming down, in between the Fire Knight having another turn again, you'll see this team's able to heal themselves back up, and that's what we wanted to have happen there, the Heartseeker to land after the shield is down. That way, full turn meter, removed from the Fire Knight, and now we'll be able to kill him, hopefully, before he's able to take another turn. If you look at this team, too, we don't have any big damage dealers aside from Cold Heart on this team, okay? No heavy nukage. War Maiden is the closest thing we have to it. And there we go. She actually finishes it off. She did 1.2 million damage, second to Cold Heart there. So you can see how this team works. 3 minutes and 42 seconds. And of course, again, if you struggle, if somebody's dying, go ahead and put one of these champions, an Apothecary, for example, in a shield set. It's going to help you out tremendously, especially if you're dying in the first 2 waves, not against the bosses. So there we go. That's a Fire Knight 20 run with a team like this. Let's go into Ice Golem. Let's kind of go in order of difficulty here. I do think that Ice Golem's a little bit more challenging than Spiders, but it's to each his own. Depends on what champions you have too. So in this team, I actually don't have any. All I have for a debuffer built out is War Maiden for a free-to-play friendly, so I apologize. I'm using a Stag Knight. You could use a Tyrell. You could use anybody who you happen to have who's a debuffer, which is a proper affinity matchup. So I apologize there. I think this is the only time we'll use an Epic in today's video. Maybe we might have to use them in Spiders too. Anyway, I apologize. So I do have Stag Knight in a shield set here, guys. You'll see the shield on all my champions right now. But these 2 waves, even the Terror Beast Wave 2, is going to be easy peasy with this squad, right? because of all our stuns. And the beautiful thing is, if we can kill this team fast enough, Scyle the Drakes will have her AoE stun back up for the second wave. Let's see, can we get it? Yes, we can. So we should be landing the stun on the first attack. Let's see if we can see it right here. Boom, there it is. In stuns, you can see across one, we didn't land one stun, so that could be a problem here. We do reduce turn meter, and we don't get him with the Bellower either, so we might end up losing a champion here. Let's see. Nah, we got it. I think we got it, yeah. And look at that. We didn't even land a stun, and still not able to have to deal with any reflect damage. We're already at the Ice Golem in 52 seconds. Not bad. And these stuns are going to help out against both of the minions of the Ice Golem as well on a team like this. And again, I have Kayle in there as kind of my DPS. I have Scyle the Drakes. Obviously, you know what she does. We have Apothecary as a healer. We have Bellower as kind of a debuffer / CC. His decreased speed is not bad either. And then we have Stagnite as our debuffer, and he helps us out with that shield as well. Now, this team is not going to take down the Ice Golem very quickly, which is actually a good thing. Because when you get these teams that absolutely just decimate the Ice Golem, then you have to deal with his AoE triggering all the time, and you're going to need a lot of sustain, like a lot of usually epic or legendary support champions to help keep you alive, right? But you can see, I think that this is a team that a lot of you guys, and look at both minions are stunned right now, no big deal. We'll also hopefully be able to kill them before the Ice Golem goes. That way he doesn't ignore defense. No, he is going to ignore some defense there, but not the end of the world. And you can see a little bit of a fight here, but my health is nice and good on all my champions between the passive of Scyle and Apothecary's heal. And again, I think that Apothecary is probably, you could maybe even say this is instead of a dynamic duo, you could even say it's a threesome. A trio. There we go. You could even say it's a trio here. My boy Apothecary and Bellower. Okay, shut up, Ash. So, we're having a good time here, right? But you guys can see how it works. I mean, I hesitate, do I need to show you dragons at this point? Because I think you guys probably get a feel for the team and how they work. And actually, we just lost a few champions there. I didn't even see it. I wasn't paying attention, but hopefully we'll still be okay. I don't know. Let's see. I don't want to wipe here. Yikes, we lose Scyle. This might be a wipe. Guys. Let's see what we can do. So boost speed, we get in there. Apothecary, oh, we might wipe right here. Yikes, nope. All right, not yet. And Stag's like, I got this, man, I got this. All right, he's going after, I think we got it. Ah, we did. All right, so it's all good, kinda. But you guys get the point. Again, Kayle did 1.8 million damage there, man. He was the carry for the team. Very well done. And you guys can see that the team like that, let's be real too, it would be way better served instead of a Kayle to put like a Royal Guard or a Coldheart if you're lucky enough to have one of those champions. You know, it got close to the end there. I hate when people are just like, yeah, see, 100% success rate. Nah, this team won't be 100% successful in this composition. So, of course, if you have better options at any of these positions, pair them with Scyle and Apothecary and Bellower, and you'll be looking even better. Let's go to, again, I don't know, let's do Spider's Den here. All right, guys, let's take a quick spin in Spider's 20. I decided probably not to show you guys Dragon's Lair 2, because Dragon's Lair is considered one of the easier dungeons in the game. You can use, you know, again, the choice is yours. I would use War Maiden as my debuffer there. Actually, I could have used War Maiden on this team as well. I kept Stagnite in there because that's the team that I had. Again, I do have Stagnite in a shield set, so if you want to put either your Apothecary or a Stagnite in a shield set, go ahead and do so. This team is very, very solid. It's a type of team that you can just put on auto attack overnight or whatever, and you'll be looking absolutely good. You'll wake up with 100 accessories or 30 accessories depending on, you know, what you have in terms of your daily battles. The beautiful thing about this team again is you have the stuns, you have the turn meter of Coldheart on her A3, her Heartseeker. You have again the heals from Apothecary helping out with those spot heals. And heck, if you have a miscreated monster, if you're lucky enough to have one of those champions, put them in for an Apothecary. You'll be looking even better because nothing's going to get through that shield against Spider if you have a miscreated monster. And Scyle the Drake's passive also has an increased speed. She's going to help you out there as well on 2 random allies for 1 turn. If you have lasting gifts, maybe 2 turns. So let's see what we do here. They're always going to get off the Spiders, against a comp like this, Spider's always going to get 1 heal off, and that should be the last heal, providing my Coldheart is able to reduce turn meter, okay? So, let's see. If Coldheart dies, which she probably will, no big deal. We're going to go ahead and res her right back up with Scyle the Drakes. But it looks like she might not die. because of all those stuns down. And that's the beautiful thing about a team like this. If you put an HP burner on a team like this as well, you're looking even better, right? Because you have an HP burn there, all the spiderlings stay stunned, and then every tick, every turn, you're doing tons of damage onto the spider mother, right? So definitely worth considering as well. I would say you can take out, if you have a great HP burn AoE champion, I would say you can take out a Bellower and put them in that spot on this team and still count on still the Drakes to land those stuns, right? I think that having the double stunner is great. Even in spiders is great, as you guys can see, but especially in the other dungeons against those first 2 waves, if that's where you're struggling right now. And again, doesn't mean that this is guaranteed that everybody can beat level 20 dungeons. It's more over showing you guys something that, hey, if you're stuck on level 12, stage 12, or if you're stuck on Nightmare Campaign in the, in campaign, then you use a team like this with the double stuns, you're going to be golden. You're going to be so much better off. If you're stuck on stage 10 or 11 of a dungeon, try a stun set, try 2 stun sets. When you get Scyle the Drakes, if you haven't been playing long enough, it's going to change your game if you put her in a stun set alongside like a Bellower or another AoE champion in a stun set. I think it's really going to help you guys out a lot. So that's the second heal the spider got off. Probably going to be around a 3-minute and 40-second run. We have one more Heartseeker to land here, I think in 1 or 2 turns. And then we should be good. I think the other champion should be able to finish off the spider. There it goes. That's 1.3 mil from the cold heart there. We did deplete the turn meter as well, and we're still 2 turns away from the spider heal. So again, maybe around a 4-minute run on Spiders 20 with a team like this, but definitely very solid. And guys, I think again, I don't want to belabor the point, don't want to show you any more, because I think you guys get the point at this point. But hey, consider putting these 2 champions together. I think it's going to help you guys out a ton. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any other champion tandems that you want to see me spotlight on the channel, I would love to do so. We can do kind of the traditional champions that are the companion champions. I think that's the official name of them. Or we can just do something a little bit unorthodox, such as a Bellower and a Scyle the Drakes. 2 easier champions to get. You put them in a certain artifact set and you're good to go. So there it goes. That's the final blow, and that's going to end it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, take care, guys.